So right about now, we've gotten another terrible information that the Ooni of Ife has actually called Queen Naomi to come to the palace because there's something very, very important they have to discuss. As of this time of this release of this information, it was gathered that the Ooni wanted to play back the video of the traditional marriage to Queen Naomi to see. Yes. Now, although Ooni of Ife is trying to explain to Queen Naomi that the marriage is for better, for worse, that nothing is supposed to make her leave his marital longevity. Now, if you remember during the wedding of the Ooni and Naomi, that's the first wedding, not the one that was later cancelled. During that first wedding, there's something that they kept one blood, they kept one liquid, red, on the floor, and Naomi crossed that liquid. The crossing of that liquid was to signify that no other person will cross Naomi. So all this one that Naomi is gingering, wants to go and follow one Arab prince, wants to follow this one, all I want is wasting of time. It's not going to happen. So now Ooni now sent that he wants Naomi to come so that they can refresh her memory in case she has forgotten. She needs to come and watch the video. So Ooni now called for the archives. When they now check the archives, they now realize that the video was no longer in the archives. They now begin to think that okay, the video person that came to do that recording was in Abuja. There's one videographer called Ben Scope. They now had to invite Ben Scope all the way to come from Abuja to come and play the video for them. Now Ben Scope was supposed to come with a commercial airline, but guess what? There was no commercial airline. So all they could do was to do what? To use a private jet. They had to hire value private jet to fly Ben Scope all the way from Abuja to now come to Ile-Ife to play the video for them to see. Ben Scope now had to come with all his gadgets. He now came with MacBook Pro. He came with MacBook Pro, came with hard drives, came with JBL speaker. And now when he now got to the palace, they now say, okay, they have projector. Ben Scope said, no, projector cannot be used. Now what he needs is, he needs LED, 16 feet by 16 feet LED. That was how they now sent for option A4 to bring LEDs. They now brought in LEDs. When they now brought in LEDs, now Ooni now invited all the council chiefs and council of elders. He wants them to come and watch. He wants them to come and watch to see the vow that Queen Naomi vowed. That this vow is something that is an evidence. He did not want to make it look as if it was him alone that is saying this, but that there is evidence to show that he knows what he's saying and what he's doing. That was how all the elders now activated. They now brought chairs for all of them, white chairs, and kept all of them, and now faced the northern part of the palace because they cannot face the east. If they face the east, it will now look as if they are going to Biafra. So now had to face the northern part of the palace. They now sat down there and they now began to play the music, the video. They were now playing. They played it from the beginning. They now did that. There was this small mini documentary that they even had to play first. How Naomi was in her evangelistic mood and everything, and then how she now came to the palace. When they now watched it and watched it and watched it up to the place where she now crossed the line, Ooni paused it. And what now happened that we cannot even understand that as they now paused it, now realize that they've deleted the blood, the BLOOD. It was deleted. The $1 million question now, okay, who deleted this thing? Because that BLOOD was supposed to be the evidence. So you now begin to see that the powers of Naomi are much. Because it is only somebody that has power that can delete that thing. Because this is a digital compression. Now, first of all, the original file that was in the archives was missing in the Ooni's library. How it got missing, nobody knew. Now they now called Ben Scope to bring the original copy that he kept. That part that is the evidence has been deleted. So which means that Ben Scope has been compromised. Yes, they now compromised Ben Scope. That was why the eldest man in Ifa priest now turned his bombastic side eye. and looked at Ben Scope and said, Ben Scope, tell us, what did you do here? My brother, that was when I now knew that there's problem. Before you know it, Ben Scope started stammering. Actually, they said no. This has nothing to do with actually. What we're asking you now is, what did you do to this clip? Because that man was even the person who activated the concomitant of the sacrifice. He was there himself. He saw it live and direct. So he cannot tell me now that this thing has digitally been erased from the archives. How did that happen? My brother, that was how Ben Scope started blabbing, started stammering. Then I asked him, Oga, why your voice dey shake? Why your voice dey shake? He said, actually, it's not like that. It was actually Mariam. Hey! You see, even when we try to see that, even when Naomi tries to see that she's on her own, Mariam will still look for a way and come to Naomi's space. Mariam now went and gave Ben Scope funds. They gave Ben Scope money. What did Mariam promise you? Say Mariam promised to make him manager of Ojaja Mall. Hello? Can people be this callous and this wicked? Something that has to do with someone's integrity. Do you know the calamity that will befall Queen Naomi if this thing is not properly done? And don't also forget, Ooni has given Naomi an ultimatum of 7 days. 7 days to come with 7 virgins, 7 elders, 7 kola nut, 7 pepper kola to the 7th junction in Ile-Ife. If not, something drastic will happen. My brother, that was how the whole screening of the video now turned to something else. Oh. Everybody was now running helter skelter. People could no more comprehend or understand what is happening. Okay, now the film that they came to watch, they couldn't even watch it. Because what happened now? Volume was ceased. The volume of the video has now discompared, has now disappeared. So that was how the whole of this thing now turned to a chaotic embelentus. So you now begin to understand that, see, this problem in the palace can never end today. It can never end today because Naomi came on her own to do the needful. So Naomi now said, well, from the look of things, there's no evidence. Yes, there's no evidence. Because Ooni was explaining, but evidence no day. And that was how everything now migrated to what nobody could understand. And everybody had to leave their houses and went back to their home. Because from the look of things, evidence no day. So that now shows us that it's going to take. It's going to take, no matter how Ooni tries to make Naomi come back, the more they try, the more difficulty will prevail in the palace. Alright, my people, this is where we'll be stopping this video for now. Till we come your way again. I remain your brother, your guy, D&Z TV. Keep on watching, keep on sharing, keep on being in touch as we will continue to activate this ministry to the permanent side. Alright, people, thank you and bye-bye.